They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. That one caught by the rookie Chase Claypool. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
At the 42-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Completion here to Claypool. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. How about to start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down at the 30.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down. Here's Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down.
You go back to the second round of the draft, and when Jalen Hurts' name was called, a lot of Philadelphia fans weren't extremely happy about it. But when you see his ability, he can be mobile, make plays out of the pocket, but he's got a much better arm and much more accurate than what people think. Remember, he was raised by his father in the game of football. His dad was his high school coach. This kid is a true gym rat, and he's going to get better every time out.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And an Eagle first down.
Now Scott. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about at the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward, an absolute nightmare to try and block. And he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off with a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Reagor with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Steelers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he's out right at the 25. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 17 more on that one and another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a run with McFarland, and he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 14. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw again. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not great starting field position as well.
I sat down with my accountant. He said,
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9.
Hurts. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. And
they had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's to Fulgham, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
Philadelphia.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Avery Williamson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Being chased out left. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Eagles 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his 2nd there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Yards to go.
Here's Hurts to throw. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's McFarland. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. They'll run here with McFarland. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st down, McFarland. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
19 yards that time for number 19.
Steeler. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44. Yard line.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I know from talking with scouts, one of the biggest question marks people had about Chase Claypool coming out, what they call his long speed. Just how fast was he in the 40-yard dash? He showed that he's plenty fast enough, coupled with a 6'4" body and a physical, strong stature. He's got a chance to be a star in this league.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They'll run with McFarland. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On 1st down, McFarland, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The ball carrier. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
McFarland once more. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. There he goes again, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Anthony McFarland, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Steelers 34, Eagles 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
First down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 27-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Left side here to Sanders. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On first down, McFarland, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan.